welcome back to the Melon Buffet podcast at long last.
Hello.
It's a little bit more of a break than we intended to take.
Yeah.
But, you know, adulting sucks. What can I say? I told you, Lucas, I do not advise adulthood. He's going to be 18 next month, and I told him that, you know, I offered him our sympathies because it's a trap.
Yeah, it is. It's rubbish. Like, enjoy your childhood as long as you can. I said the exact same to my younger brother. I mean, my younger brother's like 20 something, very, very early. I should know, but I've just woke up from a nap, so I can't remember. But yeah, he's the same. He's like started working and stuff, and he's like, I'm so tired all the time. I'm like, yay, welcome to being a grown up. I'm so tired and I never have any money. I was like, yep.
Yeah, like my daughter's just graduated school and she's come home and she's looking for a job now. And I'm like, oh, you have to start adulting now. And she's like, no, shh, shh. Don't say that. She is very much happy to remain an eternal teenager.
I don't
but
blame her.
Unfortunately, that's not how the world works.
Anyway, so Taskmaster finished how long ago? We're just doing this now, like two weeks ago?
Yeah.
2 weeks now, is it?
Well, and we're doing 2 episodes because we never got episode 9 done.
Yeah. No, because we fell into this habit that we've done the last few of doing 2 episodes in one go, which is a bit crazy.
It's a bit much, but yeah, you know, life just kept getting in the way and shit happens. So if it goes too long, I'll cut it into 2 episodes, but if it's not much more than an hour, then we'll just keep it as one.
Yeah, you can always press pause. Which is,
you know, pick it up later.
It's essentially what we did for 2 weeks. So. I wish.
All right. So, episode 9, Mr. Octopus and Potty Hands.
Yeah. I have notes.
I know this is fun now because it's been how many weeks and we got to remember this.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got notes, but come on.
Yeah, we've got notes, but like, I don't remember it. I should have watched it again before, but yeah. The prize task was the nattiest knitwear, if I'm looking at the right notes.
Yes.
Is that what you've got?
I mean, that was a fun one, I think.
Yeah. Nattiest, it's always a bit of a strange one because sometimes you're not that sure on what exactly the definition of the word is. So, is that a word you use in America? Natty?
No, it's not a phrase you would hear often. I've heard it before. I knew what it meant, but I did look it up to see what the, you know, technical, what the official definition.
Yeah, let's
it's
get
basically
scientific.
Yeah, you know, a person or an article of clothing that is smart and fashionable.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, so I'm not necessarily sure some of these fit the brief.
Yeah,
but
I think everyone.
That's
was
all.
confused.
That's all up to interpretation.
Yeah.
So Lee put those horrid full face mask sweaters, which I think a lot of people had seen that photo floating around, but he actually had some commissioned.
Yeah, I had never seen it. But yeah, useful in the COVID climate, I guess. Natty? Is it?
Yeah, no. I mean, they look like the stuff of nightmares. They look like
scary shit. Scary shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Mike had the knit Greg full face mask there.
Yeah, the Greg Davis balaclava. Yeah. Playing up to the Taskmaster's general sense of, you know, how wonderful and magnificent he personally is. So, yeah.
Yes, I mean, it definitely, you know, it had his sort of energy about it, although he was not very generous in the hair department.
Yeah. Well.
You know, they went a little light on the yarn there.
Maybe he ran out. Let's just give him the benefit of the doubt.
Sure.
I don't know who was next, but I've got Jamali in mind. So Jamali took a very straightforward route. He just got a jumper and knitted natty onto it, the word natty, which, you know.
You can't argue with that. It is natty knitwear.
Exactly. By the definition.
Solid. Yeah. Although I like that they questioned that Jamali actually owned that very conservative cable knit sweater.
Yeah, it's not exactly his style though, is it? Well, maybe that's when he dresses up smart, he wears that, I don't know. When he wants to be natty.
Yeah.
When he wants to be natty with.
Exactly. Everybody likes a nice cozy sweater. Come on.
Yeah, who doesn't? Who was next? Charlotte.
Sarah.
Oh, okay, Sarah, on you go.
Was it?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe it was Charlotte. I don't know.
Man.
Who the fuck knows?
Just decide who we're going to talk about. It don't matter. So, Sarah, then.
Yeah, so she had evidently received as a gift a hideous frog jumper that looked like something an elementary school student might wear in the early 1980s. Very specific, I know, but it was awful because I guess she said her friend got the idea in her head that Sarah was into frogs.
Yeah, so she gave her a jumper covered in frogs, or a jumper covered in jumpers, if you want to be a bit Alex about it. It's awful.
Jumper with hoppers? I don't know.
Do they hop? Do they jump? What is it? I don't know.
Don't know.
When does a hop become a jump? Let's not go down that. But yeah, it was horrible. It was disgusting. And she didn't even like frogs.
Yeah.
Particularly.
Yeah. So her friend is, an asshole who doesn't really know her.
We're not getting a good picture of Sarah's friends, are we? From that one that drew those awful portraits of her and then this jumper.
No, I'm hoping that maybe these are the people she left behind in Australia and she's made some better friends in the UK.
Maybe,
and then Charlotte with her nose warmer.
Yeah, different.
Yeah, I mean, Greg was quite pleased with it because nobody likes a cold nose.
This is true.
It's funny because it made me think of... I know we swore we weren't going to go off on too many tangents, but it's related.
Okay.
Right after I got out of high school, I worked in a store that did gift baskets, and we did adult-themed gift baskets, and we had this little old lady that crocheted cock warmers for us, and they were in all these, fun colors and things like that, and that's when I saw it. Other than the size, obviously, that is exactly what it reminded me of.
Yeah, well, it's the same. I thought the same. I mean, I know them as willy warmers, but same thing.
Yeah.
Maybe that was just a repurpose.
She was the sweetest little old lady who used to crochet them, and I'm just like, I mean, it's a hobby,
Yeah.
She made a little money off it. Nice little side hustle.
Yep.
All right.
She's probably got the most experience, for making all different sizes and stuff. So, yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, points. On you go.
So, Sarah, her frog jumper just didn't impress. 2 points. I mean, nobody got 1 point, so there's that.
Yeah.
2 points for Sarah. Jamali, 3 points. Mike and Lee both got 4, but Charlotte's nose warmer, the Taskmaster loved it. 5 points.
Natty nose warmer.
Natty nose warmer.
Okay, so the first task of episode 9 all those months ago. Make the most impressive and realistic weather for Taskmaster Island. They had 30 minutes and the weather must last for no more than 1 minute. So this was in the garage, if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a classic Taskmaster task, I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what they had in terms of materials and stuff. They kind of, whatever was in the garage, I guess, or whatever they could go and get in that time frame.
Well, no, because, I mean, Mike said, he's like, can I pop out? Yeah. And I guess they were able to get anything that was around, but they just had that 30 minutes to get it together. Yeah. But again, that's the kind of stuff I love is that little set they built, the little island with the Taskmaster house on it. I'm like, where do I apply for a job like that? I want to be a production assistant that makes little fun models and things. I'll bring my own glue gun.
I think that's what they would be? Production assistants? Or they wouldn't be costume, would they? Prop department?
No, probably a set.
Prop department?
Prop and sets,
You know more about this stuff than me. I know nothing about it. So. No, that would be good. That would be great. That would be a great job. Make some stuff that's ultimately going to get destroyed.
Exactly. So, I mean, right away you think all right, we can get the hose, we bring in some rain. I mean, the key was it was meant to be impressive, but also realistic, which is where I think a few of the contestants maybe just lost.
Yeah, a little bit. Who was first then?
Yeah.
I'm not convinced I've got it in the order, so.
No, I don't know, but I've got Charlotte down, so.
Okay.
So she did a rainstorm with hail.
Yeah, she made thunder by crinkling some bits of plastic. She poured her rain through a colander, and she made lightning as well, by turning the lights on and off. It was pretty realistic, I thought.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, and from certain angles, like at first, it seemed like she had trouble getting the rain to be more than just like falling in one spot, but then she worked it out eventually.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I had Sarah next. It was just a bit crazy. She tried to make a blizzard, a very centralized blizzard, using salt, sugar, and ice.
Yeah. You know, those blizzards they have on the tropical islands. They're very well known.
Yeah, knock over the palm trees and stuff. Yeah, but you know, it was a good effort.
Yeah.
Lee?
Well, yeah, Lee went interesting. I mean, fog, that is weather.
Yeah. And he just had it, you know, there's just a smoke machine lying around Taskmaster house, obviously. There's a smoke machine lying around, obviously.
As you do. Yeah, and he just filled the whole fucking room with
it. Well, he kind of shot himself in the foot a little bit by making it a bit too foggy, so he couldn't really see. But you could argue that was effective. Too effective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then...
Go on then.
Oh, Jamali.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ. Lightning, fires, wind. He said it was hail, but it was more like a rock slide. It was to fucking island up and kill everyone.
Yeah, he set some stuff on fire, didn't he? He set the sea on fire, which was unfortunate. He used the leaf blower, bottle of water. He had some gravel. I've never been. I mean, that's some big hail, I suppose, but you do get that in some places. But freak weather,
we get big hail like that here sometimes.
Yeah, it was definitely freak weather he made.
But I did think, when I was initially watching Charlotte go first, my mind went to leaf blower to like make that blowing kind of, you know, sideways rain.
Yeah, we get that here. We don't have it at the moment. It's actually nice for a change, but yeah, horizontal rain. That's we're well known for it in this part of the country. So then Mike, he had some lightning,
wind, and a smattering of rain.
Yeah, he had some ice cube storms.
Yeah, hail, I suppose, and then he had a little rainbow for after the storm.
Yeah, that was the best bit, though. Peeping with
it really was. He just hit his little face, you know, peeking over the side of the table with his little crafty rainbow.
Yeah,
his little kindergarten craft project. It was great.
Yeah, I liked it.
So points. Lee got 1 for his overwhelming fog, 2 for Jamali, 3 for Sarah, 4 for Mike, and Charlotte's lovely, impressive, and realistic rainstorm with hail, 5 points.
Fair dues.
Yeah. And then, okay, this one, I really enjoyed this one. They had to build a tower, then topple your tower so that the yogurt lands in a numbered square. They had 1 cup of yogurt, 1 toppling attempt, highest score wins, and they had 20 minutes. So they had sheets of cardboard tubes. They had like these toy plastic bolts. There was a drill.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else was there.
I don't know.
I think that's probably, well, and then obviously,
there was like
they had the stairway that they could use to get up. And then we found out later, you know, they had the red box where they had to construct their tower. And as Mike noticed, there were hinges on it. He opened it and there was a ladder inside. Yeah. But, well, we'll get to that because Jamali went first, or at least that's who I've written first. I don't know.
Yeah. So there was like a grid written next to the area they had to build in with different points on it.
Yeah.
And the idea was to get the yogurt into one of the boxes and you got the points that was in the box. So I don't remember what the points were on the floor or anything, on the ground or anything like that.
No.
So, yeah.
I mean, his yogurt fell just about straight down. It just, I mean, and it was added that it was just pissing down on him.
Yeah.
You know, and you're constructing out of mainly cardboard if you didn't find the ladder, which nobody else did. So, yeah, he was a little perturbed, which I cannot blame him that he's like, you know, maybe we could have moved this inside.
Yeah, but it would have
but that's not the Taskmaster way.
Yeah. Where there is as where there does. So.
Yeah.
So he landed on one, and got 1 point. But, well, he landed on the square for 1 point.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, their actual Taskmaster points translate differently, but
that's not how many points he got. That's just how many points the yogurt got. The yogurt got 1 point. Jeez, oh.
And then Charlotte again, basically straight down.
Yeah, but she was a little bit more lucky because she landed on the points on the square that has 4 points in it.
Yeah. And splash did count. It wasn't just like where the bulk of the yogurt, like if you got one little droplet went farther, you got that point.
Sarah, this is the one where she didn't know what a drill was it? Or was that earlier? I can't remember.
Yeah.
So that was nice for her, learning about drills.
Learning about her power tools. Okay. I mean, Greg was just completely taken aback by that.
Well, you know, I mean, maybe she's just not had much use for a drill so far.
Sure. Hers went backwards. I mean, it just, Yeah,
but she still landed in a little bit in the 2 point box.
Yep.
Yeah. And then, well, Lee and Mike.
Yeah.
They had a lovely old time.
Now, Lee had a really good tower. I mean, he did well. He got the tubes inside the other tubes, and it really seemed more structurally sound than anyone else. Let's put it that way. I don't want to say it was structurally sound, but it was more structurally sound
it looked
than
more impressive.
What had previously been presented. Yeah. Yes. Until it just veered off to the side as it went down.
Yeah, he didn't quite collapse it in the way that he wanted to. Let's just say that. And Mike, well, like you say, Mike found the ladder.
Yeah.
But he just got I think there was just a bit of a disaster with him, wasn't there? He got overexcited.
Well, yeah, he got the ladder and thought, well, that's it. I've figured this out, so I've got this great thing. But then just kept building all this other stuff on top of it, and then had this system where he built this tower and then raised the ladder up after they put the yogurt. I mean, he dropped the yogurt twice. Mm-hmm. So God even knows what was left in there. You know, he was lucky. He would have been lucky even if it worked.
Yeah. But in classic Mike style, Mike and Lee got 0 yogurt in the scoring area, shall we say.
Yeah.
But they still got a point each.
Yeah, and then Alex revealed that the whole secret was if you had flipped the ladder upside down, the cup of yogurt would fit right in the base of the leg of the ladder.
Of course it would. Of course it would. Who's going to do that? No one. No one's going to do that. Alex wouldn't do that.
I know.
Well, he would.
Unbelievable.
He knew, sneaky.
So then, Jamali got 3 points, and Sarah got 4, and Charlotte got 5.
Yeah.
And that's that.
That's the end of the yogurt. So, task 3. Look that this one was back at the Taskmaster house in the garden. There was a big frame on the wall at the side of the house. And the task was, look the most different in 4 photos taken by the camera. The camera will spin round 3 times and take a picture every time it faces the frame. You must not hinder the camera or the spinning mechanism in any way. You must be in all 4 photos. Most varied set of photos wins. The camera will start spinning in 20 minutes from now. So, yeah.
All right. Yeah, so it was a pretty cool little apparatus,
Yeah,
a little setup they had there with
an old style camera, didn't it? It looked like an old fashioned camera on a simple spinning contraption.
So my notes for this are just literally like I just put like Lee. I put nightmare, melon breast, lobster penis, sex pot on a cow.
You just read your notes out. That sounds awesome.
I mean, it's just
Jamali looked the same in every
Jamali.
picture.
I put builder, banker, golfer, but like literally, he just didn't even change. It was Mike. I wrote cat in the wall, noble Caesar, spaceman, death.
Yeah, Mike's was good. He enjoyed himself.
Yeah. Charlotte was Mr. Octopus, potty hands. I did like the way she put the T-shirt on the the flat. You kind of just raised it up.
Yeah, that was good. That was inventive.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. And then Sarah, I put writer, 100 years of hair, pro tennis, and death. Those are my notes, guys. I don't know what.
She did.
And this is like weeks ago, so I don't even know what the hell I was thinking when I wrote these.
It's brought a lot of it back to me, to be honest. I just remember Jamali just looked the same in each one, apart from his pose was a little bit different.
Yeah, exactly. And he was like just holding something in his hands, but he didn't quite grasp the, or he just didn't give a fuck at that point.
Most set of photos wins. He didn't vary it very much.
Yeah.
Which is why he only got 2 points. Lee and Sarah got 3 each. Charlotte got 4. And Mike, of course, got 5.
Oh, absolutely.
It was awesome.
All right.
As he always is.
And then we're already into the studio for the live task. And they basically played, like fish shuffleboard. They had to shove their fish
basically played fish shuffleboard
onto the target.
That's the most normal thing ever to play, isn't it?
Yeah, like I know. Well, it's going to catch on now.
Do you know what
so, I don't know.
I just remembered something about this. I read something on Reddit or something after this episode was on. Apparently someone works in TV somewhere. They must be in Channel 4 or Ofcom or something like that. And someone complained about this episode. They didn't specifically know what the complaint was, but when they went back and looked, they figured out it was this episode. And it was to do with animal cruelty. So
they thought they were real fish.
They must have thought the fish were real.
Oh,
it's
Lord.
Those fish that you get for the cat toys, aren't they, where the fish wobble? Because I thought about getting one for my dog, but I think he would just go insane. Yeah.
Well, and we talked about this right after the episode, because we generally try not to discuss things too much because we try and save it all for you wonderful people. But I said I always wonder about the thought process in coming up with these tasks. And I'm like, was this a game they came up with and then they had to seek out these fish, or did somebody find these flopping fish and was like, hey, I've got a great idea for a task now?
Yeah, let's use these.
These are the questions I have for Alex Horne.
Write them down. If you ever get to meet him, you need to ask. You need to be ready with these questions.
So here, the task: shove your fish onto the target using your mop. You must have your fish within. See, these are my notes too. You must shove your fish within 10 seconds of Alex laying down your fish. Farthest from the target 10 seconds after each round is eliminated. Last shover shoving wins. If your fish falls off at any point, you are out.
Yeah, and as is traditional by this point in the episode, I just have the points written down and I don't remember who went out first or anything.
Well, Charlotte went first and flung the thing like halfway across the studio, so she was out from the get-go.
She threw it off the nap. Could we just say that they've named that runway the Nappet now as well? Did you notice that?
Yeah. And then I got Mike, Sarah, Jamali, and then Lee did a pathetic little flop, so he was out. So the next round was Mike, Sarah, and then Jamali was out. Mm-hmm. So then it was Mike and Sarah. And Sarah was too close to the edge, and her boy flopped right out of the competition.
Her boy flopped right out of the competition. Her fish flopped.
So that was Charlotte and Lee had 1 point each. Jamali 3, Sarah 4, and Mike won the task with 5.
Right, okay. So the episode scores were Lee with 9 points. He had a stinker. Jamali with 13, Sarah with 16, Mike with 18, and Charlotte with 20. So that left the leaderboard at the
And that was her first win, her first episode win.
Charlotte had a good one for a change. So that left the series scores at 109 for Charlotte, 125 for Jamali, 132 for Lee, 137 for Mike, and 146 for Sarah. So she went into the final episode with a 9-point lead. And yes, I was sitting doing the maths throughout the episode, so as I'm sure you were as well. Yeah.
All right.
So that was episode 9.
So let's jump right in to episode 10, Activate Jamali. Yeah, so their prize task was something that makes you look tough.
Yeah, the thing that makes you look the toughest.
Yeah.
So Charlotte was first with her leather baseball cap, I guess you'd call it. But she was very specific, saying if you wear it backwards, it makes you look more tough. Yeah.
Obviously.
Rubbish.
Just leather. Like, this is the 1950s. Yeah. Leather is for street toughs, you know?
It didn't strike me as, you know, if I saw someone wearing that, I wouldn't immediately think tough. But yeah, she's just so sweet and innocent. That's what she thought. So
no, I would think you've got too much money to spend if you're buying a leather baseball
I'd be thinking,
cap.
No, you're gonna have a sweaty head. You know, if you're wearing that when it's sunny, you're getting some sweat up in there. So there's no breathe. It's not breathable. It's not breathable fabric. Who was next? Was it Lee?
Lee. Oh, Jesus Christ! Yeah.
Yeah, Lee brought a metal coat hanger, and then he had this elaborate backstory about someone wrapping it around her head.
Yeah, because they'd been mugged and they didn't want to leave the house for a few days. And then they decided that if they did that, nobody would bother them. And I kind of understand that thinking, but it's not because it makes you look tough. It's because it makes you look certifiably insane.
It makes you look crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, it's kind of tough to, those metal coat hangers, you don't really see them that much anymore, do you?
No, it's only for like when you pick up dry cleaning.
Yeah. Crazy. Jamali?
Oh, wire hangers. I should have put that on.
Sarah or Jamali next? Sarah?
I've got Sarah. Yeah, picnic girl.
Picnic girl with her picnic backpack. She had an apocalypse backpack, is what she called it.
Yeah, a bug out bag. I mean,
a what? Sorry.
A bug out bag. You
bug
know,
out bag.
You grab it when you got to bug out. When you got to bug out, you got to go. You got to make a break for it.
Yeah. Well, my friend's mum made similar bags for her and her family at the start of COVID. Because she thought the world was going to end, which I shouldn't laugh at. But yeah,
no, but I mean, I know a lot of people who are like hardcore preppers and have all these things.
Yeah, because they have like bomb shelters full of guns and shit, and like tinned food.
Yeah, and they've got like bags in case they got to go on the move with like dried food and all this other shit. I'm just
it's not.
You know what? If that's what it's coming down to, I'll live as long as I live, and then whatever, I'm done. I don't want to fight to reform society. I'm tired.
With those people. Those people that have got those bags and those bomb shelters and been eating tinned beans for 4 years underground, no. No thanks. Yeah, again, some not necessarily tough. Useful, maybe.
Resourceful.
A little bit crazy. Yeah. Then we had Jamali, Route 1. Baseball bat with a nail in it.
Bam.
Fair enough.
That's absolutely also tough and crazy, but in a scary way. So
yeah, that was.
I mean, you see that motherfucker coming down the street with a baseball bat with a nail through it. You're going to cross to the other side.
Exactly.
No,
and he might have won had he not been up against Mike.
Well. Yeah. The beautiful mind of Mike Wozniak. I mean, you saw him sitting there with this
crown.
What the fuck do you... it was like
a lovely crown. Yeah.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. And you knew, like, something's going on, but you couldn't know. No. There was no way to guess that that's what was lingering underneath.
No, well, Greg said to him, have you regretted your choice yet? Just thinking, oh yeah, maybe he just. Initially, I'll be honest, I thought, Mike's maybe thought that he was going to win, and he bought that in anticipation, and he was just wearing it because it was the last episode. But of course, he was hiding his tough hairdo underneath.
I mean, it was great. I mean, the moment when he revealed it, just the the gasps, and I mean, Greg's face. He was
but weirdly though, it kind of suited him, didn't it? I wasn't mad at it.
Oh yeah,
I was like, yeah, fair enough.
No, not at all.
But he also brought a wig for if you didn't want to shave your hair off.
Sure, yeah, something to actually give as the prize. Mm-hmm. So he thought of everything,
and of course. You got 5 points. I mean, you couldn't not give him 5 points, could you?
Obviously, even Jamali was like, I get it.
Fine. It's cool. It's fine. Give him the baseball bat as well. He'll go with him. So that he got 5 points.
Yeah, right? Put those two together. My God.
Yeah. And the Apocalypse backpack. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other two. Nah. So, Jamali, so Mike got 5 points, obviously. Jamali got 4. Charlotte, for that weird pack, for her cap, got 3. Lee got 2, and Picnic Girl got 1 point.
I mean, Charlotte got 3 because the other 2 were so much worse. It was just, again, it's not always about being the best. Just don't be the worst. Mm-hmm. That's good life advice. You don't have to be the best. Just don't be the worst.
Be the least shit.
You know, it's even when a group of people are being chased. Don't have to be the fastest.
Yeah.
Just don't be the slowest.
Exactly.
So, next they had, back into the garage, they had to make some photocopier art.
Yeah. Make the best picture of a big scary dinosaur using this photocopier. You may not leave the garage. They had 15 minutes. Yeah. Weird one.
Yeah. Yeah, this one was a little hard to really. I didn't write too much because it was just
more
kind
about
of.
It was more about the shapes that they could make with. Well, they all photocopied bits of themselves, really, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then made
Although
shapes.
now Sarah again, she didn't know what a staple gun was, so we really have seen she's not been exposed to any sort of manual labor in her life.
Exactly.
Or even any, she doesn't do DIY at all.
Which is fair enough.
Which is fine. You know, like, look, you can hire somebody or tell your spouse, partner, whatever, to get it done. More power to you.
Husband is into DIY or something. Nothing wrong with that. So yeah, I didn't write much for this, to be honest. I remember that Sarah's was a weird shape, but it kind of...
Yeah, she used her arms to, like, make the outlines, like the legs and the part, and she just kind of... So all the outline of the dinosaur was her arms, and then she used her face for the head, and yeah, it was pretty damn good.
Lee used almost every bit of his body, I think, and he used Alex, which was always fun.
That thing was fucking fright. I mean, that looked like some sort of weird biological experiment, human centipede
really
kind of. That was not a dinosaur.
It wasn't a dinosaur. It was more of a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, make me the Gregosaurus.
Yeah.
But that didn't quite turn out the way he wanted it to, because he came last.
No, I definitely would not have, like, if someone showed it to me, I would never pick it as a dinosaur, that's for sure. No. And then Jamali, too, it was the dragonfly with 2 dicks.
The dragonfly with 2 dicks. Yeah.
And Charlotte's too. To me, it did not say dinosaur.
No, I mean, I think Sarah's was the closest, damn right, and Lee's was more of a monster. But yeah, I mean, if you've got to score them, you have to score them the way they were done. So when Mike came last, he got 1 point for his Gregosaurus. Charlotte 2 points. Jamali 3, Lee 4, and Sarah 5.
Yeah.
So the next one.
Scientifically work out how much Alex's feet and head weigh. You may not use the internet. Most accurate answer wins. You have 20 minutes. So, yeah, because obviously most people would think like, well, let me Google, see what the average human head weighs.
Well, didn't he say that?
And then
that there's a lot of talk apparently on the internet about how much his head weighs and stuff, which is Strange.
Because people are fucking weird.
Yes, they obsess over weird shit.
Yeah.
But he was dressed as a Roman centurion type thing.
Yeah.
Which I think there's more to that, and I think we will find out more about it in the future. Perhaps in the new book that he's bringing out, which we'll probably talk about later anyway.
Yep.
But I think there's maybe something in that to do with it. But there was some people talking about it on Twitter and stuff, and apparently in the olden days, whenever that was, Romans used to feel the weight of each other's heads, and if they thought it was heavy, that it was full of impure thoughts or whatever, so they wouldn't let you in. And something similar about your feet. Yeah,
interesting.
Something similar to do with your feet, but I can't remember what the feet thing was. But there is a theory out there, so yeah.
I mean,
I'm sure we'll find out in time.
Some interesting ideas in society before people got educated, you know?
Yeah. He used to burn people for being witches. You'd celebrate them now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, they'd probably still do that in America, but
Yeah, well, you lot are...
in some parts anyway.
Some bits, yeah. I mean, yeah, let's not get into that. We'll be here all day. Did you see that thing with Donald Trump's pants? What the fuck?
Yeah,
what
yeah.
has happened there?
I mean, first of all, even aside the fact that it looked like he was, loaded diaper,
Yeah.
the man has so much money and he can't even get a suit that fits him properly. Come on. You should have a tailor on your staff.
Yeah, but look at his hair. I mean, let's not start talking about it.
I know.
Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
Exactly.
Right. So,
all right. Lee and Mike both attempted a water displacement
yeah, scientific method. Yeah.
Yeah. But the bathtub, Mike tried the bathtub, and that was not.
It's just too big for the weight that he was displacing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one time he's like, you all right, now put your foot down, and the water's actually gone lower. I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah.
But the bucket was a good idea with Lee.
Mm-hmm. So the correct answer was...
I really have very few notes on this.
I've got
task.
Alex's feet were 1 kilogram each, and his head is 4.5. So yeah. Like I said, Lee and Mike tried to do it scientifically with water displacement. Lee got closest. He got 1.6 kilos for his feet and 4.2 for his head. Mike got 3.5 kilos for his feet and 8.65 for his head, so he was just a wee bit off. Quite a bit off. Jamali just guessed 40 kilos for his head and 4.2 for his feet. So maybe Alex is bigger. Well, he is taller in person than you would expect, but I think that's more to do with Greg shouting little Alex Horne every week at him. He is quite tall. But he's quite slim. He's quite slender. So what the fuck was that? It was like Greg was in the
You know me, I always forget to use my little sounds, and I was like, oh.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
And then, Sarah tried, she tried comparison of size.
Yeah, she tried to split his body into equal parts and assume that it all weighed the same.
But you can have two things that are the same size, but it doesn't mean they're going to weigh
it's all
anything.
About density, man, isn't it?
Yeah. What's on the inside, man? Density, mass. Come on.
I can't remember what Charlotte did, but Charlotte was quite close. What did she do? Did she just guess?
I don't fucking remember it. I've written nothing down.
I've written down what she guessed. She had 3 kilos for his feet and 5 kilos for his head, which is quite good. She was only 1 kilo off for the feet and half a kilo off for the head. So Lee got 5 points because he was closest. Charlotte was next with 4. Sarah ended up saying 880 grams for his feet, which was almost as much as 1 foot. 4.2 for the head, which is damn fucking close. So she got 3 points. Mike, we've already said, 3.5, 8.65, so he got 2 points, and Jamali lost his mind and said that he has a 40 kilo head, so he got 1 point.
That would be like, he'd be studied by scientists,
Yeah. Yeah.
The elephant man, I don't know.
Yeah, a lollipop. I don't know. What would it be? I don't know. Like the moon on a stick? I don't know. I can think of an opposite one. Like if you've got a tiny head and a big body, like a chickpea on a fridge. That's all I can think of at the minute. Which is completely wrong. Anyway, moving on.
All right. So, team task.
Yeah.
And we're at the golf course next door.
Mm-hmm.
And so one teammate was up in the big chair there.
The umpire chair.
And they had to, yes, direct your teammate to the red circle. You must stay on your chair at all times. You may only issue one instruction of 3 words every 30 seconds. Fastest to get one teammate into the circle wins. Now, obviously, Lee and Mike was the only one, but Sarah had both Charlotte and Jamali that she could direct.
Yeah. And the other teammates were blindfolded. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, Lee did really well. He gave good commands.
Yeah, Mike
corrected.
Mike just went for it, which meant he landed on his ass in the bunker, which was quite funny.
I mean, he toppled right backwards over.
Yeah. You can see the fear in Alex's face when he saw him starting to go.
I know. He's already thinking, oh, God, the insurance premiums.
Yeah. Oh, no. We're going to kill the nation's new sweetheart. Yeah, but he got off and he was fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't write much for this one either. I mean...
Yeah, no, I mean, it wasn't even a challenge for Lee and Mike, really. Yeah. 4 minutes, 10 seconds.
Exactly. Apart from, if he hadn't fallen over, it would have been even quicker. But yeah, they did it really quick. Charlotte, Jamali, and Sarah, though?
Yeah, I guess the hope was that they were kind of maybe try and work a warning in, but you only got those 3 words, so it's like, what the hell do you do? But yeah, so Sarah started with Charlotte. And, I mean, at first she just kind of told her to run, so what does Charlotte do? Run around in circles literally like a toddler. I mean, she just looked like a little kid going, trying to work off their energy.
Oh man, I forgot about that. That was insane. Yeah, crazy.
The whole of my notes just says disaster turn.
Yeah. That was a good approach, though. That was good.
Yeah,
because it was working.
Yeah,
and she wasn't technically breaking the rules,
but she did. It took her a while to get there.
Yeah. And then Jamali got annoyed because he was just standing there.
Yeah, he's like, have we started? Is anything going on? What am I doing?
Yeah.
But I mean, I get it. She was so focused on Charlotte and she only had to get one of them. So let me just work on this. But then Charlotte was just going off the rails and wasn't getting anywhere near the damn thing.
No.
So she's like, let me activate Jamali.
Yeah. Activate Jamali. That was insane.
And, yeah. 21 minutes, 18 seconds. Mm. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Like more than that? Like 5 times as much as Mike and Lee?
Yeah, more than 5 times as long.
Yeah, so they Greg ended up giving Charlotte, Jamali, and Sarah 2 points each. And Mike and Lee 5 points each, quite rightly.
Turn. No.
What? Oh, he's doing the turn thing, right? I was like, is she losing her mind? What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that too, but.
Right. So then we're on to the life task.
Yeah. This one, I like this one.
Yeah. Keeping your head still at all times. Correctly don your special outfit. For every second that your face is out of the frame, 10 seconds will be added to your time. Put your hands in the air when you're correctly dressed. Fastest wins. So, the special outfit. Wear llama costume?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. They were allowed 10 seconds or something at the start to go and get the outfits from behind them, weren't they? And then they had to keep their faces.
Yeah, they had to go get it, and then... Yeah, I mean, I guess I not easiest, but probably the best approach would have been to like really just rest your chin on that frame so you wouldn't come out. But it's still very hard to, get dressed without
looking at what you're doing.
You got to get down, get your feet in. someone like me, I mean, it takes me forever to just put on normal clothes. Never mind putting on a full llama suit.
Exactly. Mad.
All while keeping your face in a mounted frame. I don't envy them. So so they dropped the wall. Oh, they had to put their hands up, when they were done to indicate that they were finished.
Yeah. So the times.
I mean, Charlotte was done first, and again, proving that she's just that makes her even more qualified for a children's TV presenter. That she could do that so quickly.
Change animal outfits,
yeah.
So she was 150 seconds. Mike 210. Lee 300. Jamali 490, and then Sarah, she got a 1 minute penalty for putting her outfit on backwards. Otherwise, she would have. But
she still was able to.
Sorry.
She was able to turn the head around and get it on correctly, it looked so uncomfortable.
Yeah, her time ended up being 540 seconds. But so points: Sarah 1, Jamali 2, Lee 3. Mike 4, Charlotte 5. Yeah.
All right. And so that puts us at episode scores of Jamali and Sarah both with 12, Charlotte with 16, Mike with 17, and Lee won the episode with 19.
Yeah, it's like, I was just thinking there, like Charlotte seemed to really get into the swing of it the last 2 episodes, didn't she? Which is a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's still, anyway, it wasn't enough. Mike was within 4 points of Sarah at the end. Sarah won the series with 158. So Mike was 154. Lee, 151. Jamali, 137. And Charlotte with 125.
Yes. So there we go. Sarah, the new champ, which you'll all have known for a couple weeks now.
Yeah, it's no news. No spoiler alert or any of that. What did you think? So, then, as a whole, what was the series? What did you think?
I thought this was great. I mean, I feel like I say this every series, but I think this was definitely one of my favorite series. Oh, yeah. I mean, Mike was just his approach to everything.
Mike should be in every
Of course,
one.
we're already big fans, but yeah.
If they had like Mike and Bob Mortimer on every series, it would be awesome.
Yeah.
You could just take turns, like have one series and then one the next. Yeah. But yeah, it would probably get a bit much. But yeah, it was good. So then obviously after the episode, they did the big reveal of the series 12 contestants.
Yeah.
So we're getting, hold on a wee second, I'll just get it so I can do it in the right order. So we're going to have for Series 12, Alan Davies, Desiree Birch, Guz Khan, Morgana Robinson, and Victoria Corin Mitchell. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm, of course I will watch, as we always do. I have to say, this is probably the cast I have been least excited about going in.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I like most of them. There's a couple I'm not too keen on. I don't know much about or whatever. I don't have a great impression of it at the minute, but I'm not going to make any judgments because it's Taskmaster.
No.
And it always changes your opinion. Well, almost always. It doesn't always. Like I said to you, there is someone that I didn't particularly like going into it, and I still don't like them now, even though they've been in that. So, but I'm not going to name names because that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
no, I mean, I'm not.
12, we're going to get the 100th episode of Taskmaster. So
yes,
I'm sure Alex
and there's still
for that.
Talk of them doing a Champion of Champions for
the
last 5, but I don't know.
I think it's been filmed. I think it has. It must have been. I think it's just a case of when are they going to put it out. So the new series is supposed to be coming out in September, according to the rumours. Apparently, Alex has mentioned something about it being in September. So we've got now to September to potentially have the Champion of Champions Part 2, which will be Lisa Tarbuck, Kerry Godderman, Lou Sanders, Ed Gamble and Richard Herron. So yeah,
that should be a good matchup.
Yeah, that should be good. Who would your money be on to win that?
I would say Ed, or maybe, Kerry was so fucking good, but Richard Harry, they've all won, so that we all know that they're all really good at the game.
I think Ed and Kerry, though,
yeah, that's a tough one.
They were quite early on, they're going to win. So I think I would say one of those two. But you never know. It's only 2 episodes, so you just never know.
But yeah, of course, we're always excited for more Taskmaster, so I will, as Charlie said, I'll reserve judgment to see how these people handle it. It's just, there's nobody on this cast where I'm like, oh yes, oh my god, I've been waiting to see them, or I nobody that really has excited me that I'm
there were a lot of people that were really excited to see Alan Davies and Victoria and Mitchell, but they wanted David Mitchell at the same time, which I think would be strange. Not strange, but it would be different. It would be a first, I guess, having a couple on. Desiree Birch is American, right?
I don't know her.
Yeah, I'm sure she's American, yeah.
Do I?
Yeah. She's American, and I think she... Yeah,
okay, yeah. I'm looking her up now, and so that'd be interesting, because that'll be the first.
Yeah. I'm sure it's going to be good. So... it's Taskmaster. Come on, it's going to be good. So...
Yeah, Alex, they know they pick people for very specific reasons.
Yeah.
He's talked about it in interviews, how there's some people who, wanted to be on, but they
don't fit with it.
He hasn't named names in that way, but there's just some people just aren't cut out for it. So if he's picked them, then I'm excited to see them in that way, just to see what he sees.
Yeah, there was some folk talking again on Reddit, I think, that had been to some of the screenings, they'd shown them at the cinema to get the audience noises, for want of a better word, and there's nothing but positivity from it, saying it's really good. So, I have 100% faith in them. I'm sure it's great. And obviously I'll watch it anyway. Even if it was cast full of people that I didn't particularly like, I'd still watch it. Because it's still got Greg and it's still got Alex. So, yeah. They know what they're doing. Obviously. 12 series in, of course they know what they're doing. Okay, so, news. We've already spoken about Alex's new book that's coming out. But for anyone that doesn't know, it's called Bring Me the Head of the Taskmaster. We've both pre-ordered it because we're nerds. And it's coming out in September. And from what Alex has said, it's going to be like a massive treasure hunt. And the person who finds the treasure first, and the treasure being a Taskmaster trophy, but a silver one, not a gold one, will get the head of the Taskmaster. So that's exciting. He said that you can play it from anywhere in the world. So it's not going to be a physical go and find the head. I don't know how it's going to work, but I'm sure all will be revealed in due course. Is that right? Due course?
Which means I probably won't sleep when my book arrives. And
yeah.
This room will become like Command Central, and I'll have all the...
Yeah, there's been a lot of people saying, well, it's going to be mine, but we'll see. Only one person can win it, I guess, and then, but it won't stop.
Oh, I know I won't win. I have no delusions that I will actually win.
It won't stop everyone from taking part, so yeah. So it's exciting.
I don't have that type of focus. We know that.
Yeah. Other news.
All right. So, no, I've got nothing.
Well, you do. You've just forgotten.
Do I?
Mr. Davis.
Of course I have.
The Lord and Taskmaster has been filming his new series, The Cleaner, and that wrapped up last week. So that'll be in editing now or soon. So we're expecting that on Sky, I think, or is it BBC? This one's BBC, isn't
I don't know.
Yeah. The Cleaner's BBC. It's a Studio Hamburg remake of the German series that Greg has rewritten. So we're expecting that later this year, at the end of the summer, I would think. And then obviously he's got Safe Space that's due to come out on Sky, but there's no further news on that yet. Whether he started recording or not, we're not sure. Yeah, I think that's it for me. I don't remember anything else at the moment. I'm sure there's probably loads of stuff I've forgotten. But...
No, I've got nothing else. So yeah, if you're not hanging around for our Melon Buffet Master final judging and results, you can stop now.
Yeah, well done for listening.
And thanks for listening, and we will hopefully be back in September.
Okay, so Melon Buffet then.
And so now Duncan, Fiona, and Lucas were probably the only ones listening.
Yeah, hi you three. How are you doing?
Guys. This is now your personal portion of the podcast.
So who are we going to do first?
I feel like we should just start doing a separate podcast.
Yeah, we should just do one for this trio of dickheads. That's what we'll call it, and in an Almary style.
We'll just start like a group chat, and we'll be like, yeah. Here's your points.
Yeah, here's your points. Okay, so who are we going to go in the order that you sent them to me in this email, like Duncan first?
All right. Well, I'm going to give you a recap of where we are with points. Because I went through and I checked, made sure I had everybody's points recorded up to this point. So I have been doing something for the last couple of weeks when we weren't recording, but
I haven't.
So Sarah, we haven't heard from Sarah in a while, but she still had 32 points, so it's pretty good. Fiona with 42 points, Lucas with 62 points, and Duncan with 73 points.
It's close at the top. It's close. Oh.
Yeah. So we've got quite a few tasks to judge right now. And again, I've pulled these up, but we have not scored them yet. We're going to score them now.
Right now.
As we look at them. And so we don't know who's won. This is not, we have no idea. We're going to find out right along with you. So, I guess we'll just go through. So we've got Duncan. Now, Duncan said he was going to up his game this season, series, whatever. And he really fucking did. He did the photocopier dinosaur.
Yeah, just looking at it now.
Which, we're kind of looking at these as we go. There it is. And I'm trying to figure out what did he...
He's made a Gregosaurus, but it's bigger and scarier.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out exactly what... Did he...
I don't know.
Draw it and I don't know what he did.
Yeah,
I don't
know. He said he wasn't sure what equipment he was allowed.
Yeah, it was allowed. So it probably looks a bit neater than should, but I wanted to avoid incorporating my face and arms. Use Mike's Regosaurus idea, made him a little bigger and scarier. Yeah. I mean, it does look like a dinosaur.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's more like a dinosaur than anything
Godzilla.
Made on the show. So, yeah.
Oh, that's true. So, I'll give him 3 points for that.
Yeah, same. I reckon 3 points.
I mean, there was effort involved.
Definitely.
All right. So, then we've got...
I like this one.
Making himself, look tough. Something to make him look tough.
Yeah, he's got a good tough face on at the start of that video as well.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So he's got 2 bags with 10 kilograms of sand in each bag, attached him to a stick, and he's, pumping. Lifting weights there.
He's doing quite a feat as well. I bet he had sore arms after that, Duncan. Well done. 10 out of 10 for effort, man. I'm going to give him 5 points for that because that is more exercise than I've done since the start of COVID. So,
I fucking agree because yeah, I mean, I haven't gotten off my couch in ages. So, so 10 points total. And then he did the fish shuffleboard thingy. So he took like a Swiffer floor cleaner.
Yeah.
And he's got the blue, red, green out again, and he's got one of those little flippy fish.
Yeah.
And he made a little video. These are all of Duncan's entries are on Twitter, so if you use the hashtag Melon Buffet Master, we got Captain Nemo and Carpo Marks are the names of the fish.
Awesome.
So, I can't argue with that.
Nah, again, 10 out of 10 for effort, man. 5 points.
So 5 for me too. I mean, we're in a good mood, and we're these are great. I can't.
Man. Awesome. The effort is like can't Can't knock it, man. So then he's got nattiest knitwear. And he's gone down big toe bobble hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. I don't like feet.
Yeah,
but I mean, God.
No, yeah, neither of us like feet. And
but he
said he doesn't know how to knit, so he made it by mutilating a glove.
It looks awesome, though.
He did a great job, but
oh, no.
So it's like there's effort, and he did a great job, but then we had to see your foot, which neither of us is okay with, so that's going to cost you.
You know what? It's not bad as far as, I mean, he's tried to hide his mint. He's curled his toes over and stuff, and there's no...
Yeah, he doesn't have, like, talons or anything.
Disgusting nails or, big hairs or anything there.
Fungus
so it's not
or anything.
too bad. I'm going to give him 4 points.
All right, well, I'm giving him 3, because that's just me.
He's just trying to be different. Satisfying wobbly items are next. Let's see. This is the first time I've looked at any of these, genuinely. If you've looked at them all, I haven't. Okay, I've seen this one, though. It's satisfying, It's wobbly, it's a punchable facsimile of little Alex Horne. And he says, just to be clear, he does love Alex. It's just an example of what Greg might like to punch and could be replaced with anyone. And just for fun, he's smeared him in jelly.
Oh, he did. Yes, right there on top. I didn't notice that before.
Yeah, so when he punches him, the jelly falls on his face, which is, awesome.
God, I hope you didn't have to clean up too much of that from the rug.
Yeah. I mean, we've got to just judge it based on what would Greg think, and I think he would love it. So, yeah. It's got to be 5 for that. Just for the jelly, if nothing else.
I mean, I like it, but yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
Now, the next one, he got his mother involved, which you got to appreciate a team effort. Mm-hmm. And they did the draw a British... Oh, you know what? Hold on. I'm just seeing another one that I think Oh, no, I did see that one. Okay, never mind. So the draw a British animal. And because his mom needed to know what the task was, he even made her a little task. Mm-hmm. And then he said he was aiming to draw a unicorn because it's the national animal of Scotland.
Yeah.
And his mother likes unicorns, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So we've got the first couple sections look all right. Then I think that's supposed to be a wing, but it almost looks like a broom. And then there's just like a basic section of torso. And then that looks like another body with feet, and then the horn.
It's a faceless thing. Like, where's its face? See how that thing in the top actually looks like a haggis with feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, and he got his mum involved as well. She must be wondering what the hell. Again, the effort is outstanding, man.
Absolutely. I'm giving him 5 points for that.
You've got to, man. That's effort, fun. You've got to. 5 points. We're going to have to come up with a more stricter scoring regime next time.
I think we will once again, because we have till September. This was better than last time, but I think we're going to have to tweak the game a little bit more. So, we learn as we go along.
It's brilliant.
It's
brilliant. Can't knock it, man.
But we had so much fun.
Okay.
So, yeah, he made the babushka meal. And, hold on. I'm trying to pull it up here. My damn. What is that noise? Is that on your end or mine?
I think it's your end. Sounds like a smoke alarm.
Yeah. It's coming through my headphones. It's very weird. I don't know. I just hear my dog growling outside the door. So, starting off with his babushka meal, a sandwichception that efficiently delivers a starter, marmalade and jam, main, beef and turkey, with olive oil, margarine, and dessert double chocolate spread with a healthy pool of lemon juice to cleanse the palate. And then he said it is important to know for this one, his goal was to create the least edible sandwich possible and go for commitment points by then eating the whole thing. I may have taken that idea a bit too far, as it was much worse than expected. After an hour of shoving it in my face, and he did provide video of himself eating it, washing it down with nearly 4 cans of Coke, it all came back up again. And I had to draw the line. It was the lemon that made it so hard to stomach. I added too much. It was quite sick, to be fair.
That's disgusting, mate.
It's hard to doubt my commitment. And honestly, I do want to give him a bonus point, like 5. He's getting 6 points for me because he made himself physically ill.
Yeah, I mean, that's disgusting. It is disgusting. I'm going to give him 5 points too. I would say I'm not going to give him a bonus point because I've got no evidence of the sick. And I don't want to see evidence of the sick. So that's kind of, I'd be shooting myself in the foot by saying I want to see that. So yeah, 5 points though, full points. Yeah. But
we should notice, we love you guys and we love your commitment, but please don't endanger your health.
Hey, he's getting into it, leave him.
For these tasks.
It's up to them. If they want to do that, let them do it.
Because he's going to try and up his game again, Charlie. I don't want to be responsible.
As long as you don't hurt yourself, yeah. I mean, make yourself sick is fine. Yeah.
All right. So next was the item hung on a wall that you wouldn't expect to be hung on a wall.
What is that?
Or however that task was worded.
Finger football.
It's a little game of finger football. And, yeah, but he said, it's easier to win when you play it vertically. So
yeah, as long as
you take the right side and boom.
The one in yellow, which is when
exactly
he's yellow. So yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. I'll give him 3 points for that.
Yeah. Well, we're scoring everything the same. This is we're gonna have to. Yeah.
I know.
We're gonna have to choose rules next time. Good cup, bad cup.
Well, I think we might also have to maybe stick to where we used to do our scoring before we got, not that I'm scoring it that way because of you, but do our scores independent of each other.
Okay. So what else has he got now?
He did the rubber bands into the bum bag that Mike had done.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. He said he started with exactly 100 rubber bands, of which 27 went in, 3 landed on top, and 2 were teasing bastards that leapt back out.
Okay, I can't remember this task. What was there a time limit on this? Oh, it was a tiebreaker one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. 2 points. I mean, he did it, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to give him 3 points.
3 points. All right.
For doing it properly and not throwing all the rubber bands at it like Lee did. Was it Lee? Someone did that and upset me.
I honestly can't remember because I
don't know who it was, but it upset me. So at least he did it properly.
I'm sure they'll correct us. They always do.
Yeah, they will.
Most annoying thing, he's got a Rubik's Cube. It's solved except for one corner is twisted out of place. So, most annoying thing in the world to nerds like me is a Rubik's Cube with one corner twisted and then scrambled. I'm the kind of person to whom an unsolved cube gets me agitated, so an unsolvable one can get the fuck out of my house. So basically, because some people like to take the Rubik's Cube apart and cheat and reassemble them.
I can't do
this
fucking
one
Rubik's
basically.
Cube, so just the sight of the Rubik's Cube itself annoys me. So yeah.
So basically, he's taken the whole cube, twisted the one cube so that no matter what you do, you won't ever be able to solve it because it's not in correct alignment.
Has he broken it? Is that what's
he's basically
happened?
Yeah. He's
okay, right.
Annoying, but
I would just throw the thing out. So,
well, that's the thing is unless you got close to solving it, you wouldn't know that someone had done that. So that's more of a devious and evil thing. I don't know.
Which I can appreciate. I quite like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to give 2
I don't
points
know.
because I hate Rubik's Cubes.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do
I'm
with you,
2
Duncan.
points
I just hate
just because
Rubik's Cubes. I've never been able to do them. I don't understand them. They just annoy me. And people that can do them annoy me as well. Sorry. We love you, obviously, but yeah. What did you score for that then? What did you score for that?
I did too.
All right, okay.
And then he's done. He said as long as we can give her a slightly late entry, which was fine because we hadn't recorded yet. He agreed with Lee and Mike's interpretation of the word, so he did what they did and double mermaided himself with tape and cling film, and he's got several pictures of himself, and he didn't have a captain's hat, so he had a hat that was a cap for a little extra. And well, this is another one back to his ridiculous commitment. I feel like I have to give him 5 points for, and he owes his mother a roll of cling film, clearly.
And tape.
Tape.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So that's Duncan. I'm not going to total them up now.
No, do it at the end.
I'll total them all up once we get it all at the end. So then we will move on to Ms. Fiona, our reigning champion.
2-time champion. Yeah.
Yes, 2-time.
So, items on the walls. So she's done a one or the other here, so we need to decide before we look at them. Are we going to allow that?
I know. I mean, we had discussed this back, that whether it would be the first thing you submitted or if you were allowed to submit something else. So,
right, so
what are our thoughts?
I don't know. I think it.
So her
it has
first
to be one
thing.
Or the other, so it's either the first or the second thing. You got a coin there? Flip the coin.
Frankly, I think we should stick with her first entry. So I feel like it's only fair. We kind of set that rule previously.
Dishwasher, even?
That's the dishwasher.
Okay. All right.
Which I've never seen one quite mounted like that. That is interesting.
That's a good fucking idea, though.
I know. Anything that has me not bending down to do stuff in my kitchen is fucking genius.
How easily are we swayed with this? Like that's just a little bit higher than you would normally have it, and we're like, this is amazing.
It's not even that high up. There's one, but now you've got extra storage underneath. I'm thrilled. See, this is what happens when you're 46 years old. Charley's she's only 40, but
hey, don't
still.
tell people my age. I would dare.
Well, you're practically a child compared to me. So I'm going to be 47 this year. Things like an easily accessible dishwasher are very exciting.
Yeah, I like it.
And frankly, I mean,
3 points for me, I think.
I'm going 4 points. I'm going 4, and frankly, I think you made out better with the dishwasher than you would have with the other one.
What was the other one?
I'm just saying. It was like one of those pillows that you can put your iPad in, and you can like hold it on your lap or whatever, but she mounted it on the wall so she could lay in bed and watch it. Yeah.
Okay. No, the dishwasher's probably better.
I think she did better with the dishwasher.
Okay. Satisfying wobbly thing. Students came to class from science the other day. Some were holding blue rubber gloves filled with water and knotted at the end, which was so much fun to squish. Yeah. I bet they were. It's like having your underpants filled with custard, I guess.
That's an image. Yeah.
You never played like who can hold the most custard in their underpants? No? Okay. I haven't either, but it's a reference from something else. Anyway, let's not talk about that. Rick Mail. Yeah, well, 2 points, I think. I'll
go 3 because I could just see that. I kind of like that kind of squishy. I don't know, wobbly if it is necessarily, but it's definitely like kind of a squishy, jiggly. I guess jiggly and wobbly are kind of the same thing, but yeah, I'll go 3 points.
Oh, right, our helium balloon task.
Yeah, so she kind of gave a description of what she would do, that task where they had to get the balloon to float between their chin, like basically at their torso level.
Yeah. So she said she would have added a short bit of string so that she could hold it, gone inside, and then made a tiny hole through a bit of tape in the balloon, let some air out, then tape over the hole while it's at equilibrium in the prize zone. That sounds impressive, but I mean the practicality.
I don't know because
you'd have to be fucking.
I don't know if it would, and I have a helium tank in my living room that I kind of.
Oh right, I was going to say, why have you got it? But yeah, of course you have.
but I feel like even if you let.
I mean, you can't control the rate that's going to come out at.
Yeah, I mean, I guess she's thinking like a pinhole almost.
Yeah.
And just trying to get, you'd have to let so much of the helium out, which, I mean, I guess you could do. It would have to be, the weight of the balloon would have to be more than the helium could lift.
It sounds like a great solution. But would it work? You're crafty, Fiona. You're going to make me think about this now. You know I lie awake and think about shit, and now you've given me this to think about. I don't know. I think I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and give her 3 points for that, because it sounds like it should work. And she's a teacher, so I need to bow down to her.
That's true.
Knowledge.
So she probably knows more than I do about it, so I'm going to give her 4.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
All right, so why do I because she put these are all in like one tweet. I was like, where are my links? I'm the one that made these links and I can't even remember. So she did the nattiest knitwear. Mm-hmm. And it's a jumper that her mom knitted back in the 80s, and it very much looks 80s. I love it. And it's it's got letters all over it, but then if you look in the letters, it has her full name. Mom didn't just go with Fiona. She went with the full Fiona Hall right there down on the sweater, so she'd never get lost at the zoo or, they'd always know. No, it's right on her sweater.
Yeah, but you'd have to be good at crosswords, not crosswords, like word search. Kind of
word search.
It's cool though. I mean, I like it, and it's it's got a nice backstory. So yeah, 4 points.
It's handmade.
Yeah,
I'm going 5 for that one.
Cool.
So
then, okay, look tough. She was going to do a photo sitting on her motorbike in a karate gi. Yeah, I mean, riding a motorbike, tough. Karate, tough. That would have been a 5-pointer. So yeah, 5 points, I think.
Yeah, we'll take it. 5 each. And then she designed the babushka meal. Mm-hmm. She gave us a little drawn representation. So the middle is a Ferrero Rocher.
Posh bitch.
Surrounded by a Scotch egg.
Disgusting.
Wrapped with bacon. In a roasted pumpkin. Uh-huh. And then in a loaf of bread and dip. Is that what that says? Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like it would work. So yeah, 4 points. I don't think I'd want to eat it, but yeah, 4 points.
And then we had a joint effort by 2 of our contestants for the first time ever. Mm-hmm. Fiona and Lucas did. Yeah, they teamed up and did the argument task.
And yeah, I mean, how many days did this go on for? I saw it at the time. 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah, and they, I mean,
inventive.
Inventive, group effort.
Team task.
Lucas asked her, how'd you feel about doing it? And she was all in, so.
So what are we going to do? So we're going to have to give them 5 points each for that, right?
2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think so. So that's 5, 10 for Fiona, and then 10 for Lucas. And then Lucas, we hop off of Twitter because he likes to send his through Instagram. All right. So first thing from Lucas. Let me just make sure. Yes. Okay. We ended there with the rat. Best thing to hang on a wall that you wouldn't usually hang on a wall. Lucas not only gave us an answer, but he did it in the form of a mock terrible American infomercial that always have awful acting and.
Oh no! It's one of them weird neck massager things. Oh no! $3 million.
Yeah, so he hung it's basically like a neck massager, back massager that you can kind of strap on.
It's like a shiatsu massage thing, isn't it? If you've ever watched Black Books, it's the thing that Bill Bailey uses to pretend to be a robot from the future. With
oh god, I love that show.
Boobs that rotate. It's just,
I mean,
honestly,
I love this kid.
He's awesome. Yeah, 5 points straight away, just for the effort.
All right, so that's 5 each, and then He's done most satisfying wobbly thing.
Yeah. So
And
he said he would make a jiggly cake. Is that a thing? Or is that just a cake that's a bit...
Yeah, it's like a Japanese cheesecake thing,
okay.
and you use like whipped egg whites, and they jiggle. But he added to that he would hollow out the middle and fill it with the jelly inside of Jaffa cakes just because it tastes so good.
I am partial.
You kind of lose me there because I don't like orange flavored stuff.
I love Jaffa cakes.
So.
They're like one of my favourite things. So yeah, I don't know about the jiggly cake. What does the jiggly cake taste like? Have you tasted it? Does it just taste like sponge?
I haven't had one, but the most common ones I've seen are like a cheesecake type, but not that texture. But
we're going off on one here. It shouldn't matter what it tastes like, which is what I'm immediately thinking of because I'm hungry. But I think, yeah, it would be.
There are, if you Google Japanese cheesecake, you can see videos of them like actually jiggling.
All right, I'm going to give him 3 points for that, and I will go and have a look. And it's because I.
Yeah, I'm going to give him 3 points. I don't like Jaffa cakes, although I've seen they come in other flavors now.
Yeah, no, they are not Jaffa
It's just
cakes.
I'm not big on orange and chocolate.
On them. They're an abomination. They should not be allowed. All right, his next one is his best babushka meal, which he's color coded for us, and he's given us a little diagram. So he said he'd have a Tic Tac inside a Rolo, inside a Kinder Egg, inside a profiterole, inside a lava cake without the lava part, inside another cake. I think Lucas likes cake, right?
Well, he said that because it was meant to be a meal, and nobody really stuck to that, he wanted to keep it as he just decided to go with full, like a dessert. So
yeah, okay. I reckon 3 points from me.
Yeah, I give him 3 points because Tic Tac, Rolo, yeah.
This next one, though,
color coded. I appreciate
Christ.
that.
His nattiest knitwear.
Shall I describe it, or would you like to?
I don't want to know.
So, this is a callback. This is a callback to the actual task we had discussed when talking about Charlotte's nose warmer. That it reminded me of cock warmers. Yeah, but not just any cock warmer. This is for a special type of person.
Yeah.
With special interest, and it's a minion.
With one eye that's looking
no
up
adults,
at the wearer, which is alarming to start with.
No adult should be that excited to have a minion anywhere near their genitals. Lucas?
No.
He said, one of the main reasons I chose this is because I cannot wait to see how you explain it on the podcast.
Yeah, it's a minion willy warmer. That's what it is. But it's apt because let's not go into it, man.
Yeah, because it's looking up. It makes it even more disturbing. Yeah. But why a minion? Like, who are these adults? But I know because I have the internet, and I know there are sick fucking people out there who are into minions. And yeah, I'm sorry.
Are they into minions in that way, though? Is that how?
Oh yes.
Oh God, really? Okay. Right. Well,
yeah.
Just because
I'm sorry, I'm only giving you 2 points.
Well, I'm going to give him 5 points because I think it's hilarious, and I like that it's the minion with just one eye. I think that's it couldn't be any other one.
Obviously.
Okay, most annoying thing. Let me see. Yeah.
Collection. Oh God, that's
annoying.
Awful.
What the fuck? How? What's happened?
Yeah, terribly sharpened pencils, and this just makes me want to murder. Looking at this.
Yes. And your spelling of terribly as well is quite terrible. So I'm going to give you 4 points for that because I'm more annoyed at the spelling.
I'm going 5 points because that this literally looking at that photo makes me want to smash something. It's so awful.
And the next one he's talked about is the team task that he did with Fiona the argument. So we've already given him points for that. And then his last one is thing that makes you look tough. And he's given us a pack of bread rolls because if you tape them to your tummy, it looks like you've got a proper massive 6-pack.
Put that on under your t-shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, that is
it's creative.
Pretty funny. That's clever.
It's quite funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm disappointed he didn't give us a picture of you with it taped to your stomach, Lucas. I mean, I'm not trying to encourage you to show off your body, but you could have taped it to your t-shirt, and I think that would have gotten you the extra points. But yeah, I'm going to go with 4 points just for making me laugh. And
yeah, I think you're right. I might have gone.
Yeah.
I might have gone 5 if he had actually
modeled it,
shown us.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm gonna go 4.
Yeah, that's what I did 4.
So
you should leave all this counting in because it adds to the tension. And then they know that you've not just gone off and made it up. I'm sure they're adding it up themselves right now. Drum roll.
All right, so I have tallied the points. And so we have Fiona in 3rd place with 98 points. Lucas in 2nd place with 117 points. And that means, Duncan, all of your added effort this series has paid off with 161 points.
That's a big old lead as well.
You are our new Melon Buffet Master Champion.
Well done, Duncan. Well done, Lucas, the newcomer, and well done, Fiona. And anyone else who sent in.
And Sarah. I know Sarah had,
dabble with it, but maybe next time she might have a bit more time. I don't know. But the quality of submissions this time round was outstanding. So thank you.
Yeah, you guys have been amazing, and we appreciate you so very much. And we are going to discuss ways we can, because we kind of want to keep the game fresh too, and
fair.
Make it
keep it fresh and
fair, and so more people can participate if they want to. So we're going to discuss ways that we might change things up before the next series. We've got a bit of time now. So, and knowing us, we will discuss it 10 minutes before we hit record on the first episode. But, that said, it's been a ride, and
Yeah, thanks for sticking with us. I know we've been a bit up and down and a bit hit and miss, but we got there in the end. So,
but as long as you guys keep wanting to listen, we'll try and keep up with doing it.
Try.
I know that's not very enthusiastic. It's not that we don't enjoy doing this,
Sunday night,
because we do. It's just it's just trying to get through some shit. So
yeah, all right.
So we'll see you in September.
Thanks. Bye.